the style. During the course of the night, we switch and we swap and we ride round the track together.
We moved in here because some friends of ours had built this, and they kind of like didn't want to do it anymore, and they just said, "Do you want to take over the studio?" And
thought, yeah, why not?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Could do
So
that.
it's kind of ready-made studio. Just walked in.
So how many of you went in on it?
Me and then Danny Harrison, who I used to do the Menta stuff with, and so we had it for a few years, and then now I'm a caretaker.
Like groundskeeper Willie from
Yeah.
Bromley Studios.
Where do you usually work, James?
Where do I usually work? In my studio. I was in Waterloo, and then I got really bored. Really bored. I get bored like staying in one place too long, because you just walk into the room every day, and it was kind of like this. It was all like nice stuff. What's it? Like the carpeting stuff, soundproofing,
Yeah.
carpeting stuff. But all of it was great. It wasn't like this. This is like, do you know what I mean? This is
No, this
amazing.
pisses you off after a while.
So it's like a patchwork of.
It is. And I think
It looks like something that my gran would have knitted
I think
as
it
a
was done in the
blanket.
90s, and it was like, I think it would have looked
State of
really
the art.
cool in the 90s.
Sort of like the Brit school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they would feel, yeah, cut that purple
We've-
and
yeah.
pink and yellow and red.
And a bit of peach.
Yeah.
Nice bit of peach in there. Like
Yeah.
a lot of it.
You can see the water marks where we had a flood, where the kids
Oh,
upstairs left the sink on and put a sponge in it. And I came here once and it was a swimming pool. It was
Lovely,
yeah, like 4
multi-purpose,
inches of water
though.
on the floor. Yeah,
Did you have a little
I had to swim. Yeah.
snorkel at?
So where are you based now then?
I'm based at home again. Yeah, just got a bigger flat and then just did that really. And now I get to make changes in my underwear again. Well happy. They don't take kindly at County Hall to you walking around in your underwear first thing in the morning. But I've got monitors. But I still have the old ones as well. But they're knackered. Like, seriously, there's like holes in them and all that. So when you play bass, I go for it. Really, it's big. I can just hear some geezer talking underneath me. He sounds really excited. Yeah, so I've still got them, but I've also got monitors. But I found the older I get, this is going to sound really off-putting to everyone, but you notice the older you get, the less loud music you want to hear. Like when I'm making a tune, it's quiet. It's like I'm making a song for like mice or amoebas or something.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got the big ones and then like some smaller ones to work on.
So I use those.
Yeah.
Smaller ones.
But yeah, I do switch down a lot more now. Like when I started in the studio working when I was younger.
I can be loud as I want.
Yeah, the first studio I worked in had a pair of tannoys, like huge
Oh, the
things,
big tannoys.
big ones, and I would go in there and spend 10 hours with them up as just to the point of distortion,
Oh.
just killer. And I did one of my ears in. I think I lost some treble in my right ear doing that. And the boss of the studio used to come back in and go, "What are you doing? You're mad." But then when when you're that age, all you want to do is hear it as loud as possible as you can, you know. But you do, yeah. Now I've realised that you burn your ears out so fast in a session if you're sort of, you're knackered within 2 or 3 hours if you got it like that. And you have to, even though I still want to have it really loud. I know that I've got to have it quite quiet.
Yeah. I prefer it quiet. I like it. It's nice and peaceful. It's wonderful.
I'm useless on headphones in a bus or whatever, completely, and I think this is really good. And then you get back in here and you're
It's
like,
shocking.
God. Yeah. But
Absolutely
even still
shocking.
with this, I still do something and think that's great.
Come
have
back
to burn it
tomorrow.
to a CD
Yeah.
and walk downstairs and put it on in the car. And only there I'll go, that's too
I'll
loud,
do
that's
that.
too loud. To the point where I nearly bought a Ford Escort and cut it in half, and I was going to bring it up here and put it in that room out there.
Oh, that's a really
and put so I did and run a hard wire through to the stereo of a normal car, just so I could just walk in there and have a little
And
listen.
feel the environment.
Yeah,
in the car
and
though,
just
as well.
so. But this is the other thing I was going to think of doing. I was going to get all of this gear put onto my laptop so I could do a mix, transfer it, and go and sit in the car and finish the mix off.
What about convert this room into the actual car, so in back, like save us some back seat, walk into like a bigger car, like maybe a minivan.
Yes.
Then in the front, you still have little speakers down the front. And then
Yes.
you can sort of A&D, like a secondary pair of monitors.
Yes. That is what we're doing.
That sounds genius. I'd
Yeah.
like to do that.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. I do like to sit down with a person, just like crack some jokes, and it's a lot more fun. Do you know what I mean? Unless they're like not very fun people. You get people a lot of the time, they're all professional. Do you know what I mean? They come in, they're like, right, so what are we doing now? Let's lay down this. I'm like, how about we just like, you know, stick on the kettle or something, make you a nice green tea. Do you know what I mean? Go down the shop, chain smoke, talk about life. Like, do you know what I mean? Just normal stuff. I'll spend more time talking about like my plans for like this miniature Noah's Ark that I want to put in the Thames, and like, I'll just tell you what I'm about, and then somewhere in that we'll get some music made. Maybe not. Maybe all we'll walk away with is a wonderful friendship. But yeah, it's better.
James saw in a newspaper that you could get a miniature pig called a micro pig. And this
is true.
This sparked a life, well, what is
A
becoming
life-changing, yeah.
That he thinks that a lot of animals are endangered on the planet. If you can make a micro pig, why not make micro all animals?
Yeah.
And
Saves
store them
room
on
as well.
the Thames. Is it the Thames?
Yeah, well, no, that's much later. Like, first I was just thinking like miniature, you know, like exotic animals. Like, you know, you take a tiny lion, like, do you know what I mean? Imagine a full adult lion, no bigger than that. Just let it sit. Think about it. Be amazing. Everyone would want one. I'm convinced.
You're going to sell them?
Perhaps.
But I thought this was a rescue.
No. Yeah, well, it is as well. Because the thing is like, you know, like obviously you can do that so the breed lives on, like maybe in a smaller size.
But how the fuck is a miniature lion going to go and kill a gazelle unless you make miniature gazelles?
Exactly. You make miniature gazelles and put them in a... Like when you go to somewhere like Bath or something, you've got the model village. Imagine like the model jungle.
To be fair, what you're saying is great.
Mm.
Imagine you took it one step further and you made humans smaller as well. So we were all this big. There's no more trouble for space on the planet.
How about,
use less electricity.
How about buy Wembley and make a model universe? You could have like world with inhabitants, yay big, in like the OT.
Right.
Go out magnifying glass. But art came into it when I was speaking to Arf the other week in
Cambridge.
I was telling him about the arc. Basically, so you take all of these miniature animals, my life's work of like the pygmy endangered animals list, you place them, build an ark. Obviously this ark would not be that miniature, but obviously quite miniature compared to Noah's Ark. Breakage's Ark, probably a little bit bigger than this room. Put them all in there, set them on the Thames. That's about as far as I've got.
No, you said people could go on it and see them.
Well, no, they could see them. It could be like sort of like living.
It's only as big as this room.
I was going to say.
That's not
No,
big
they
enough.
couldn't actually go in. Well, it might have to be bigger when you think about it. Every animal, two of every animal
It's gonna have to
in
be bigger than
miniature
this room.
form.
Or they're going to have to be really small. Yeah.
How small do you think you
said
can make them?
You said that.
I was thinking about that big for a lion.
You're only going to get 10 species on in a boat the size of this room. They've got to have room to walk about.
Yeah, I suppose.
Otherwise it's just cruel.
Because then, like, if you think of like,
Why don't you
the
use
thing
the
that I've
Ark
always wondered in Noah's Ark, two of every animal. Where do they keep like the dolphins and the whales and the fish? Do they actually?
HMS Belfast. Take over HMS Belfast.
It's already
It's
there.
doing fuck all.
It's pre-made.
Yeah.
Save me a lot of time and a lot of timber.
So you've heard it.
It's sold.
Yeah. I want to put it right outside the Tate Modern, personally. So it's like, you know, like sort of like an
You
exhibition.
need to get on it. They can just go on the Millennium Bridge and look down.
Like this guy. He
You're
understands it, yeah. Part of the plans. Next question.
Lost now.
All out of questions.
There's There's only 2 in here. No, no, it's 4. Oh, it's 4. There's only 4 in here,
And then there's,
and there's 5 out there. There's the other one in the box.
Oh, Jesus.
So this is where we make music in here, and then out there is where
They watch porn.
on 4 screens. So it's just no. That's where the live show is set up when it's not a live show out on road. It's out in there, and so we can make the music and put it into the live show and split it all up and do it here, and then it.
That's what I asked.
And this is what I can't tell you because it's part of our secret plan how it works, which is yeah, it's but it works, right?
On the stage it does. It does work very well.
Okay.
No, we've got a Mac that does spit out a lot of information to those Macs and to the lighting guy and the sound guy, and it does all sorts of. It's like a brain.
Yeah. It does actually work. Like I saw it with my own eyes, and it is actually like not even like trying to be funny. It is actually a genius idea.
Taken us about 3 years to work it out how to actually run all our stuff all at the same time, and it properly works. No, it's not on the Macs.
Not on that, it's his actual stuff. Yeah. Couple of genius little things in there.